Thanks for waiting. So we are going to proceed with the program. As you all know, today we are gathered here for the official launch of our product, FinC Lab. Of course, we had given the access for all our ATC partners a week ago. But from today onwards, all the students and all our ATC partners can give the access to FinC Lab. So among the audience, I also recognize the presence of our center directors. Thanks for joining, sir, as well as our beloved faculties, counselors, students as well. So before I proceed, I would like to recognize the effort of our tech team, which has developed an absolutely beautiful technology to create FinC Lab, as well as our content team, wherein numerous chartered accountants have been a part of it. So with this, I now call upon CA Rahul Saria, sir, one of our co-founders, to deliver the introductory speech. Over to you, sir. You can start with it.
Thank you, Sudeep, for the quick introduction. Can you confirm my voice is clear?
Yes, sir. You can proceed.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I welcome you all for this product launch. We are really excited as a team to do this and showcase to you what we have actually built, which we strongly believe would be a revolutionary change in the way the education is being taught in India, specifically when it comes to the finance domain. So before I get into that, right, and before we start on in terms of our product launch, I wanted to give you a brief on where is education today in India and what is happening in the terms of technology, the way we are actually developing it. In short, we can call it education technology is called as EdTech in the startup world or maybe in the new age world where everything we try to correlate with technology. But what we have realized with our experience of last more than a decade is that just technology is not going to take us anywhere. Or the education system that has been there traditionally all these while with all the theoretical learnings, we all know, right? For example, we have been learning in school for 12 year long years, and post that we go for graduation. Some people even go for further post graduation, even end up doing PhDs as well. But eventually, what is more important is that are we learning practically enough in terms of learning and education in our whatever the curriculum has been set as a standard by various different bodies across the country? Is it really effectively helping you get the right job or basically perform in whichever place, whatever business that you are in? That is the most important. So like to quickly highlight there's a very big change that even the government is pushing now, which is called as National Education Policy 2020. So NEP 2020 was formulated very recently, though it has been in the rounds in the government circles, in the political arena since very, very long. But finally, it saw the light of the day in 2020. But still, I would say practically it has not come to the ground level, the surface level in terms of education in schools or maybe even in colleges. I would like to highlight quickly, as you can see in the screen, NEP 2020 talks about adult education and lifelong learning as well, which I'm just reading and quoting it out for you. Includes critical life skills, including financial literacy and commercial skills. Second, vocational skill development with a view towards obtaining local employment. Now, why was this important? One, as and when someone learns a critical life skill, you know practically once you have learned, it helps you immensely in terms of getting a job immediately. When I say job, it could not be limited to always a corporate job. It could even be a self-employment for a young professional who wants to do or build a career for himself or herself in their life, right? That is equally important. So keeping these overall agenda of the government of what the Indian economy is seeing today, the growth phase that we are facing today, though in those terms, we thought, why not bring something technology in such a phased manner so that it helps all our students? When I say students, I always shy away from using the word student because the candidates who learn from in our platform are ranging from the age of 18 years to 55 years of age. We have always heard theoretically that they know age, right age for learning. But this is something that we are witnessing very much in our platform, all this while with whatever timeline that we have spent in terms of educating the Indian youth. So education technology, so to say, if you see on the left side of the screen, can be divided into three different parts. One is called K-12. K-12 is simply a school curriculum in India, that is class 1 to 12. The second is called the test prep. Now, what is the test prep? After 12, a student goes and appears for various competitive exams like NET, NEET for medical entrance, like IIT JEE for appearing and getting into a nice engineering college like an IIT, etc. Now, there are multiple companies across the country today, or rather you can call it startups, who are trying to change how technology is being. So in terms of K-12, obviously you cannot replace schools because that's not legally allowed. So what companies have tried to do, they have tried to recreate a tuition market for them. So after school tuition market, which is called as K-12 segment. The second segment is test prep, as I mentioned, and a lot number of companies have actually already built on, in terms of online learning, helping students to actually that of passing the one of the toughest exams like NEET and JEE. Then there comes the third level, which is called an upskilling. Now, how does upskilling help? Upskilling is very pure and very clear in terms of, hey, can I learn something practically very quick? Because for K-12, you need to spend 12 years. For test prep, you need to spend at least minimum 1 year and can go up to 2 to 3 years as well. Into that level of competitive exams. But when it comes to finally coming to the upskilling space, that is a big space where my majority of our youth are lacking something which is required. I'll tell you why. Let me share some very interesting numbers. Again, as you see in the screen, we all know that India is the youngest country in the world. But are you aware that 85 crores of Indians are less than 35 years of age? But having said that, the irony is even today, only 10% of our graduates are employable. The reason is very simple, skill gap. The major two, if I further double click on this particular reason, one is, of course, the way whole the curriculum, the way academia, the whole learning pedagogy has been built all this while is something that is not much relevant when it comes to practicality of learning and application of the same what we learn in school and colleges. On the other side, there are around 25 lakh registered companies and LPs. There are around 1.5 crore registered GST businesses. And you know that with the government's push today, using technology, everyone is that you have to use technology at its best so that you ensure that the compliance, the financial compliance, when it comes to financial compliance like GST, income tax, TDS, PF, PSI, we have only 4 lakh finance professionals to help you in terms of chartered accountants, company secretary, it could be lawyers, or it could be even cost accountants. This is where we, a group of chartered accountants, company secretary, lawyers, all together, we came and thought using the technology with very interesting and very strong technocrats in our team, can we build something to change the way India learns? I think that has paved to a very interesting product, which is called as FinC Lab. Now, FinC is a short form for FinCurious, and FinCurious stands for Financial Curiosity. So we are here to change the way you learn finance using technology and in a most practical and a most efficient way, and immediately start getting the benefit of getting a job or getting an appraisal or getting your that next promotion, which is due, which you deserve, but somehow because of some kind of lack of learning something missing. Now, obviously, if someone gives you thousands and thousands of videos, right, which is already available in YouTube. Generally, we are seeing that candidates and students find it very either not very, they're not able to consume it properly, or there is lack of, I would say, interest after a certain point of time. Data says whatever online recorded courses are being sold, only 10 to 15% students actually complete those. Or rather, let me put it another way, only 10 to 15% of the content is actually being used for effective learning, and then finally get them a particular right job. So we thought, why not combine the whole learning experience with a very new product that we are going to show you today, and then followed by, can we actually help our candidates, ones who have passed out from our platform, to get the right job as well. So it cannot be a half-baked solution. Okay, you get a degree, but then you still go around and try to find, hey, where is my job? Where is my job? That it doesn't work that way. So we are trying our best using the national education policy, the latest one by the government, taking the benefit of the latest technology that is available and giving you the best solution so that you benefit the maximum. I hope you like the product. And with this, if you have any questions, we'll take that at the end of the session problem. Thank you. Over to you, Sudhir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the wonderful introduction speech. So what Rahul Saria sir is rightly pointing out where exactly FinCurious is currently placed in the market, the upskilling section, right? As sir rightly told, there's a lot of untapped potential and untapped market in this. So this is very much important for our ATC partners who have joined the meeting. So you can understand, right, what is the growth potential, what is the potential of making business in this upskilling market. So thanks for that information, Rahul Saria sir. So with this, I now call upon Ashwin Hegde sir, the Vice President Technology, to launch the FinC Lab product, sir. Over to you, sir. The stage is all yours.
Yeah, thank you, Sudeep. I hope everybody is able to see the screen now. Let me just start one second.
Welcome to the future of education. Introducing FinC Lab. We believe in breaking traditional barriers to make education accessible and enjoyable for everyone. Let's take a look. Our revolutionary platform is designed to transform the learning experience. We have systematically built the new interface with the help of industry experts from multiple fields. Imagine learning through interactive materials that bring your lessons to life. With a wide range of MCQs, you're not just memorizing facts, you are mastering concepts. You will be able to conduct virtual lab experiments that tells you when you are making a mistake and awards you with FinC coins when you get the answer right. Learning shouldn't be confined to a specific place or time. Whether you are at home with your laptop or on the go with your phone, your learning journey is seamless and flexible. Have doubts? Attend our live doubt-solving sessions with industry experts and clarify everything. FinC Lab is not just about content, it's about customization. Choose your preferred language from our extensive list of 15 supported languages. Whether you're more comfortable in English, Hindi, Kannada, or any other language, we've got you covered. Join the education revolution. Visit FinC Lab today and embark on a journey where learning is dynamic, interactive, and tailored to you. Subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos and updates.
Yes.
Thank you, Ashwin, sir.
Yeah.
That not just the video, trust me, the product is also very good. I guarantee you on that. So with this, just to give the product demo as well as to talk about the availability and the access, I now call upon CA Ganesh Shetty, sir, the other co-founder of FinCurious. Over to you, sir. You can start.
Yeah. Thank you, Suri. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Hi, everyone. Very good evening. I couldn't see the Josh today. So for others information, we had done one other session earlier as a beta version. We have presented already to our partners. So today, which we are presenting to the public for all the viewers from today onwards, this particular product, which is just sometime back displayed, will be available to you all. Any students, any aspirants who wants to learn accounting, taxation, definitely you can contact our centers, which is near to your location. And you will be able to start learning using our FinC Lab. So I'm here today, right now, to give you more details about the product, right? So, of course, you have seen the product sometime back, which is a very short story, right? I'll be just giving you more information about the product and how you will be going to be learning using this particular product, right? Let me share the screen and show you the complete details. I think my screen is visible to everyone. So this is our website, fincurious.com. Anybody who wants to get more details, you can visit www.fincurious.com and you will be able to see all the information about the lab. So on the first page, you can see where how many centers we have, how many students we have already trained across India, as well as how many simulation softwares we have and everything. So about the lab also, we have given certain information. Of course, I'm going to give you the more information about the lab. So if you wanted to learn more about the courses, you can go to course tab and job details and other things. You can see it in the each tab. So without wasting much time, let me show you lab real time, how it looks like. So you will get a real clarity on how exactly we have built this product. So you can see there is a button called lab, right? If you click on this, you will be able to see all our courses. So as a student, based on the access, you will be able to see the courses which you have opted for. Of course, this lab option will be available only to the students, not to anyone else, because once you become a student only, this lab access will be provided. So I'll be running through with one course, one of our hot selling course, that's GST. I'm sure anyone who wants to learn accounting or taxation or wants to start with something with accounting and taxation field, so the mandatory knowledge they should have GST, computation and return filing, which every recruiter, every employer will ask for it, right? So I'll be going to show you how we have built the course for GST and how we have arranged each and every practical topics in a lab, right? In a lab environment. So first of all, before I get into that, get into the detailed explanation, I'll give you the brief explanation about why we are named this as a lab. See, the learning method in terms of commerce, when someone is learning in the commerce stream and someone learning in the science stream, that's completely different. That there is a big gap between the learning method itself, right? So science student, how they learn, they go to lab and they will experiment something. So they will experience that, right? That really helps them out in the future when they're working. So when it comes to commerce environment, how it works in the commerce stream, so we never go to a lab at all. So we might go to a computer lab here and there during our BCom, MCom, or whatever the courses which we are doing. So we will never get a chance to learn anything by making experiment. So what FinCurious is doing today is that we are creating a virtual environment that's called lab, and it's FinC lab for us. And we are presenting this lab to all the people who wanted to learn all the accounting and taxation the experiences, right? For example, if someone wants to learn GST, they opt for the GST lab. If someone wants to learn TDS, they can go for the TDS lab. So these are the options FinCurious is presenting from today. So how our lab looks like. So this is the first page of the course list. So here you can see GST computer return filing, and here you can see the percentage of completion. So this is a tracker. So the day when you start, your percentage will start running. Now in my login, I could see 37% lab is completed. So I have to go to up to 100% lab completion to get certification from the FinCurious. So let me open the first chapter, GST basics. So I've already started. There is a continued lab. Otherwise, as a new user, student will get the start lab option. So this is the lab, the first page of the lab. You will be able to see on the left side various sections. So in this particular GST basic chapter, we are teaching introduction and supply under GST, registration, valuation, all these things. So you'll be starting as a student from the first chapter. So these are the things. So trust me, these are the content which we have added. It's curated by entire content development team, and which is a very much practical oriented content. So nowhere we have tried to add a theory. So in between, you'll also see some of the videos presented by our team.
At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the
Just watch it.
world sleeps, India will awaken to life and GST. Yes, my dear friends, on 1st July 2017, India witnessed a historic moment with the implementation of GST.
So like
Before
this,
GST,
the small concept also we are going to
indirect taxes in India.
1 second, let me stop
Like
that video. Okay. So like this, the conceptual video also will be played within the lab. So this is the way you have to learn when you are using the lab. So we are giving the basics of GST, how it is being implemented, and to engage our student learning experience, right? So students shouldn't be get bored, right? So in between also throw some of the questions, right? It is MCQ. For example, you can see here, which of the following indirect taxes was not absorbed by GST? I think someone might be knowing the answer for this. Let me try. Custom. Yeah. So what is the result? I earned some coins just by answering the right answer. If I do the wrong answer also, no problem. I'll be able to see the right answer below. So with the explanation. So this is how we are engaging students step by step in the learning process. So this is the one example which I'm giving. And second example, I'll show you the different chapter. So within the lab itself, you'll be able to go to jump to a different chapters as well. For example, if you wanted to learn return filing, this is one of the important chapter, right, in the GST return GST learning process. Anywhere, if you go for an interview, definitely they will ask question on whether you know return filing or not. So here also again introduction, various sections are there. So student has to learn one by one here as well. So next important thing which we have introduced is the experiment. So as I earlier mentioned, so which is an exact replica of lab, right? So real-time lab. So in the lab, what we do, basically we do experiments. So what experiment we'll be doing here is that, so in case of GST return filing, let me explain GST return filing part only. So in the GST return filing part, what is the major work? So we have to file the return, correct? So in case of GSTR 1 return filing, if someone from the commerce field, if you are there, you must be knowing what is GSTR 1 return filing. Let me show you in a simple term how exactly return filing has to be done. So return filing works in this way. We will be computing output, input, everything and net tax payable and go to GST real-time portal, that is gst.go.in. You can see here. So this is the GST real portal, which is a government portal. So to file GST return, the user should have a login credentials issued by the government and enter that login credentials and upload all the sales details and file the return. So this experience of filing is important for the commerce aspirants, right? If they were going to be doing all these things in the future in any company. To teach these things, the process to the student, what we have done, we have created two types of simulations. One simulation is the experimental simulation and second is the full-fledged simulation. So what is experimental simulation? In this, this is a theory. Step 1, you can see login and navigate to form GST1. Step 1, they're going to learn. And after that, step 2, they're going to learn. After that, step 3, they're going to learn. Students are going to learn step by step, one by one. And then everything is done. They'll go to a real simulation, full-fledged simulation, and they're going to be filing the entire GST return filing. So let me show you how exactly these things works in the step 1. Step 1, what is the step 1? Login and navigate to form GST1. So this is the login page, right? This is the practice question. Student has to do it right now with the help of the faculty. So click on login. So what it says, click on login and enter the login credential. Login credentials has been given here. FinC. Let me type that FinC. And the password is fin@123. What I will do, I will make some mistake here. Instead of typing correct password, I will type something wrong and click try to log in. So it says wrong, right? So this is how students are experimenting. Oh, this is wrong. So what student has to do? Now student has to retry this, correct? So they will retry again. So now it's time for them to enter the proper password and login credential. So I will try again, FinC, and the password is fin@123. And I have to type P237. Yeah, this is a captcha. So then if I try, so it says right. So that means I have tried correctly. So this is the real-time experience our students are going to get. So this is what is required in the commerce stream. So that's why we have given this solution. This is one experiment which I showed inside the GST. The second experiment is go to return dashboard and select the month as per the question, June, just a June, and search and go to, so right now what we are doing, we are filing GST1 return, prepare online and done. So this process also done. So what happens at a basic level, at a pressure level, so we are going to be teaching students on step by step how they have to be learning each and every step. So like these experiments also will be there. At the end, once they're done all these experiments, they can go to case study. And in the case study, what they do, so anyway, they have learned by experiment. So right now it's a time for them to try entire things. So that is a full-fledged simulation. So this is the full-fledged simulation. This is a simulation used for education purpose only. This is not real simulation, real GST portal. So earlier in the beginning, which I showed you, real GST portal, which is here, and this is the simulation portal. Now, student, what they can do, they can go to the login they can enter login credential. So as per the question, so this is different login credential they have to try now. So they will enter everything, login credential and CAPTCHA. So they will have to log in and then they will. So here there is no experiment. So they have tried experimented everything. So all the steps they can try one by one. So here, so all the steps they can try one by one. So everything will work. Okay, so they have to try it for the August month. They'll try August, go to the GST 1 type. So they have to file the GST 1 return filing. So there is no cut now. Now it's a complete story. They need not to stop. Experiment is done. They have to learn entire thing up to the return filing level, enter OTP and file the return. So at the end, they will be able to see, okay, successfully filed the return. So this is the one of the important feature using the technology we have introduced. This is called simulation. And not only GST, we have simulation for TDS, income tax. We have simulation for PF return filing, and so many simulations also we have implemented. So apart from this, we have also giving option for the student to ask doubts. So for example, one student is learning with the help of the faculty nearest to the center which they have learned, they have joined. But what happens in between, they have got some advanced question. They may not be able to get it clarified. So no worries. We'll be doing a lot of DSS program doubt solving session at the centralized level. So any student can join our DSS program and they'll be able to resolve their question with the expert faculties. So all the DSS, the schedules will be available here in the lab. So next is, so ask a doubt. So they can even ask a doubt and record here itself. They can click on this and write their questions and doubts and they can submit. And when there is a DSS sessions are there, our expert faculties will be able to answer the student's question. So apart from these, students also will be able to see on question mark on the right side, you can see here, there's a question mark. So these question mark, they can click and mark that this particular topic is very tough to understand. What we are going to do at the content development team, we'll be working out on that particular topic and we will make certain changes and try to simplify it and we'll give you the simplest version of the learning experience for the future. So these are the features will be available in the FinC lab. And as and when you answer the right answers, right? As and when you answer the right answer for each and every MCQ, you will be able to earn questions. That is MCQ, the FinC coins we call it as. So you can accumulate those coins and you will be able to use those coins to encash also. There are a lot of benefits with the FinC coins also. So which will be published in the website, you will be able to see in the future. So last one feature, which is a very important feature, which is the most demanded feature till now with us. What is that is language, right? So we have a student which they are learning from a very, very rural area. So out of our 125 plus centers right now, we have centers from very rural area also. So there is a language challenge. They are not able to understand the language, English language very clearly, very fluently. So they are always requesting us, so can we get the content in a different language? Yes, of course, FinCurious is presenting different language today. So there is a language button as well on the top. You can see here. So if you wanted to learn these things in Hindi, you can just convert into Hindi. The content will be changed to Hindi. You will be able to read it in Hindi itself. And if you have any the language correction or something, if you're not understanding, you can hover on the particular thing and you'll be able to reconvert it, in English as well. You can read it again. It's not only Hindi, we have nearly 15 languages. We have Kannada also. You can see this is the Kannada converted the content. And if you wanted to try Gujarati, you can try Gujarati as well. If you wanted to try Tamil also is there. Telugu also is there. So all the languages in your own language you can see. So you can read even Malayalam. So this gives the realistic experience to the students to learn in depth of any of the content which we have currently, right? So these are the major features comes with FinC Lab. And also if you find out any kind of errors or something, I request you to please use this particular button. There is one stopper button here. You can click on that and you'll be able to submit the issue or error also, so that our content team will get those errors and will be able to rectify as and when we observe that. So I hope I covered all the features in this particular presentation. So if I missed out anything, I think Rahul, if you can highlight something, you can again speak. Yeah, this is all FinC Lab for you. to give you other highlights, right? So this FinC Labs availability. So if you wanted to, any of the students join today, if you wanted to join these courses in the like FinC, using the FinC Lab, if you wanted to learn any of the topic, right, GST, income tax, you can go to our website, and in the course tab, you can find nearest center. And here we have listed out all the centers of ours across India. So you can even select the centers based on the state drop-down as well as the district drop-down. So you will be able to find out various centers, and you click on this particular button and you will be able to get the contact details. You can contact their centers, and you can get the more details about the batches and the price details. So to get the MRP price details, you can go to the details, and here you will be able to see the course prices as well. So here, whatever the courses price, you can see it's all MRP. So as a launch offer, we have a lot of benefits and offers at the various centers. You can contact the centers and get more details about the pricing as well as the course. Okay, and to give you the finishing part, right? So it's not only learning, as Rahul already mentioned, it's not only learning. So with the learning, what you should get, you should also get some support from us, right? So with the lab, we are also going to give you the preparation tools. Once you complete the course, so you'll be able to get prepared tools. These tools are really helpful for you to attend crack interview. So on a various topic level, we have given you various MCQs. You can prepare yourself for the interview, and which is an MCQ format. You will be able to answer and see your answers are correct or not, and you'll be able to prepare yourself for the interview. Then once you're ready for the interview, you can apply for the job openings, which is posted by our team across India. We'll be posting various accounting, taxation jobs in our portal. You can choose the relevant job for you, and you will be able to apply. And as you know, as I already mentioned, DSS schedules also will be available in the calendar. And further, you will be also able to get the latest updates in the finance field in the news tab. And if you wanted to so update in your profile also, there is an option to update in your profile. So this is basically a dashboard which I'm showing you. And to highlight another feature, which is a technical feature, which is already there in all the devices right now, is the dark mode. I hope people will like this also. So you'll be able to use our portal with the dark mode as well. So that's all about the FinC Lab. So thanks a lot for joining and listening to us throughout this session. Over to you, Sudhir. You can proceed with the further.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving a brief demo about the product. So we now have come to the end of the program. So I would like to thank our center directors for joining, and I hope you will start taking the necessary steps for the effective implementation of FinC Lab at your centers. So I require a promise from your end as well as the faculties. I hope you will start using the FinC Lab for giving the better quality of content, training with merit, etc., as well as the counselor, most important point. So you'll be using FinC Lab as the added advantage when you are doing the counseling and selling our courses, right? So one thing is for sure, no competition with our product. So we have moved far ahead of our competition. So you will not be able to give reasons that there's one more company who is doing this, one more company who is doing that, nothing like that. So we are one step ahead of the competition, and we of course expect the same kind of support from your end. So primarily the center directors. So with this, I thank you all for joining the session, and with our support system, I am there, my management is there. Anything, any clarification, any school of thought, whatever you want to discuss, you can of course reach out to me as well as my management. Okay. So Ganesh sir, you have something to say?
No, that's all. If anyone has any question, quickly we can take 1 or 2 questions. Any questions with respect to the product, you can drop a message. We can answer quickly. So overall, this session is ended now. So if you have any question, you can stay back and ask the question also. You can just drop us a message in the chat box. That's all. Thank you all. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.